my friends are what you might like to call poor. Not legally poor, but, well, we have low incomes and student expenses. And so, functionally, we are poor. As such, none of us have a car. So, we are also what you might like to call pedestrians. Well, most days after classes, we head on down to the local crystals. Each buy a drink and mooch off the Wi-Fi, which we use to finish homework, and write screenplay scripts and short stories. Yes, we're those guys. As a result, it's a lot of walking. So, one day we had the bright idea, let's take a shortcut. I mean, it's only a couple of poorly planned, sprawled out city blocks, so it's not that big a deal, but currently there was a construction going on, and part of the sidewalk was blocked off, and we had to walk one block on the roadside. In any case, we decided to take the shortcut, and turns out the shortcut didn't directly lead us to the crystals. Alright, this is a point where sane people would cut their losses, but we didn't quite feel like doing that. Instead, we figured we cannot give up at such a point, so we decided to take the shortcut a little bit further. Our first bright idea was, hey, right behind this fence is a more direct path. So we climbed over the fence, walked along a ledge a little bit, and wound up we have both broken and entered into the yard of a ceramic factory. They build plates. Well, no guards were on duty right then, so we were at least not in danger of being caught. So we quickly backtraced our steps and decided to take the shortcut road that we took just a few more blocks further. Anyways, so it took us to the interstate, a great way of getting to point A and point B fast, if you have a car. We did not, so that was a dead end, except on the loading ramp there was a little stairway off, for service, I guess. And so we said, hey, this is definitely a direct path. And so we took it. Well, it was also not maintained very well. As a result, there was overbrush and trees everywhere. And it was completely overgrown. For all we knew, we could have stepped into Narnia or something. Well, not obviously going further in the wrong direction is good logic, considering that we'd have to go back. Or so it seemed to us. So we went through all the brush, and we wound up at another factory yard. This one wasn't closed off, but it had train tracks. Now, the train tracks, we decided, if we followed, would lead us directly to where we were headed for. And so we walked along these train tracks, but it was a creepy set of tracks, and, well, who were we kidding ourselves? We've all seen the movies. There was a point for us to die. This was that point. None of us died, of course. But, nonetheless, we started making arguments over who would die and who would live to tell the tale. Who would die first, succession, all that. Anyways, we were so wrapped up into it, we didn't see until it was too late all this big graffiti all over the walls nearby. Turns out we had stumbled into some gang territory. And, of course, not wanting to get shot, we hurried through the train tracks a little bit quicker. Fortunately, no one was around. Anyways, the train tracks did in fact lead us onto the path of which to get to the crystals. A few more blocks further than where we started. Okay, so this story is a little bit anticlimactic, but it does come with a moral. The moral isn't don't take shortcuts. Moral is more likely know your shortcuts because, well, there are many good shortcuts to get to crystals, but that's a story for another day.